Hey y'all, I'm Abby, More Than Just Skin, and welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm thrilled you took some time out of your day to spend a little bit of time here with me. Now I know I look a little crazy because I have on all my face makeup because I wanted to come on here today, do kind of a tribute to the original Naked palette. I'm sure some of you have heard, or probably all of you have heard, that Urban Decay has announced that they are retiring the original Naked palette. Now, if this is your first time here, you know that I say the word naked weird. At least that's what a lot of my followers say. So enjoy it, enjoy how I say it, but this is just how I say it. So I heard that they were retiring this. That is, in my mind, it's incredibly sad. It's kind of like the end of an era. I love the Naked palette. I will say that this was not my first palette. Although this was a lot of YouTubers' first palette. My first palette was actually a Stila palette, one of the ones they don't make anymore. I wish they did because it was fantastic. It was in the cardboard. I think it was called like the Eyes of the Soul or the Eyes of something. I don't know, but it was wonderful. I actually went through 2 of those palettes. Loved it. Of course, it was before I got so addicted to makeup. I've always been addicted to makeup, but it was back when I had like basically one palette. After they discontinued the Stila one, my first Naked palette was the Naked 2. I used it constantly. I've hit pan on a lot of those shadows. Loved that palette. But this palette is really great. It is just an icon. It is a staple. I would say that if you don't have this palette, I would recommend going and picking it up while it's on sale. It's on sale at Sephora, at Ulta for $27. You get a total of 12 shades in this palette. Most people's biggest complaint is that there's only 2 matte shades, these 2 shades right here, and there's no darker matte shade. However, I don't really have a problem with that. My biggest problem with this palette is deciding what I want to do, because I like to deepen up my crease with this dark purpley shade called Hustle. I like to wear this green bronze Dark Horse. I like to wear this kind of shimmery black called Creep, and then I also like this shade Gunmetal. So my biggest problem with this palette is the endless possibilities, so I don't think I would call it a problem. I just find that I can really create most any look I want, from incredibly simple, like maybe a 2-toned eye look or even a 1-toned eye look. I can take my finger on a number of these shimmers and just pop it on the lid and be done, and throw on some mascara and I'm ready to go. So I think it's sad that this palette is going to be gone. I hate it, but you know, you never know. There's a lot of speculation as to what's going to happen, if they're going to re-release it, and they might, because this is the only one that is in this velvet style packaging. So they may come it back out, and then they may add some matte shades. They may listen to us and to those people saying they wish it had more matte shades. But so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to zoom in and I am going to create a eye look. I don't even really kind of know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to use a number of these shades and create an eye look so that we can kind of mourn the extinction, I should say, of the Naked palette. So if you're interested in this video, please consider subscribing, and here we go. So I have my hair in the ponytail. I have, if you didn't see it earlier, I have on my faded Ole Miss t-shirt, and then I have my cat ears on to hold back my hair, but I wanted to really, and then on my lips, I really just have a lip liner and a lip gloss, but the rest of my face is done. So I wanted to really zoom in so you could see the eyes. So I am going to start now. This palette does not have a matte brow bone color, so I'm going to go in, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm going to set my eyes. I've already primed my eyes. I'm going to set my eyes with this shade right here, Virgin. And I'm just going to place that all over the lid. Next, I'm taking a fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with one of the two matte shades. This is in the shade Naked, right there. And I'm just going to take that in the crease, a little above the crease, and down on the lid. That's just going to be like my first transition. I love Urban Decay shadows. I think that they are great, and they do not have the fallout that Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows have. Okay, so I've got that first shade down. Now I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to take the only other matte shade, and it is the shade right here, Buck. And I'm going to use that to deepen up the crease and down kind of in the outer V. And I don't think I was expecting it to be this pigmented, but you can see, I mean, that shadow is very pigmented. So I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and just blend that out. Out and up. Stop here, but I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that same Real Techniques brush, and I am going to go in with this shade right here. Dark Horse. It's kind of, I would consider it a green, a kind of an olive green shimmer, and I'm just going to deepen up that outer crease. Now it's time to go in with my finger, and I'm going to start with this shade right beside Dark Horse, and this is the shade Smog. I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to kind of pack that close to that Dark Horse, kind of to the center of the eye. And I'm getting some fallout, but I am just going to take my brush and sweep that away. Next up, with my finger also, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, Sidecar. It's another shimmer, and that is going to go on the first half of the lid. Like that. Now probably the star of the show in the palette, but to the point to where I actually have a single of it. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, Half Baked, on my finger, and I'm just going to pat that in the center. And then I'm going to take my blending brush again to just kind of blend all of that together. So now for underneath the eye, I'm going to take my smudge brush and I'm going to go back in with that Dark Horse. Actually, I am going to take an eyeliner brush and I'm going to go in with that shade Dark Horse, and I'm going to line the lower lash line. I'll kind of change the angle of the camera so that you could see me lining my eye, because I need my mirror here. And I'm just not really doing it very precise at all. Because this is more of a smokier look. after that is lined, I'm going to take my pencil brush and I am going to go in with this shade Buck, which is one of the matte colors. And I am just going to swipe that across my lower lash line. And lastly, I'm going to brighten up the inner corner with this shade right here, Sin. I'm going to mix these two, Virgin and Sin. I'm going to pop that in the inner corner. Now I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to curl my lashes, put on some mascara, and put on some lipstick. This is just lip liner and lip gloss, and I will be back to show you the finished product. Okay, so mascara is on, lipstick is on. I actually put on a little more highlight, took my hair down, brushed it a little bit, although it's not fixed. But yeah, so the look that I created with this palette is definitely smoky, it's dark. I think this palette is great if you're wanting a bronze look. You can achieve many bronze looks with this. If you were wanting like a nighttime dark smoky look, that's great too. The possibilities are really endless, and I think that's why it is a cult favorite. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. I would love to have you back here on a regular basis. And as always, I hope this video finds you having a fantastic day and a great week, and I will see you all soon. Bye, y'all.